It's not going well. We're having so much trouble and we're not catching big ones. And I can't figure it out. But recently, you might have noticed that Troy hasn't been on screen as much as before as we reveal the sad reason behind the heartbreaking tragedy of Troy Landry. I think she's returning to make another nest right here. I got it. Troy Landry made a big splash in the television industry back in 2010 when he became one of the main characters on the hit show Swamp People. The show swiftly won the hearts of millions of viewers. Swamp People follows the lives of alligator hunters in the river basin, showcasing their hunts and challenges. Surprisingly, Troy never imagined it would become such a hit. It began as a simple way to make ends meet but quickly gained popularity, drawing over 3.1 million viewers on TV. Troy's journey to landing his dream job has always been a source of curiosity for many fans of the TV series Swamp People. Did luck, fate, or his skills and experiences get him there? Whatever the reason, it wasn't an easy path. It is safe to say that Troy Landry's connection to Louisiana runs deep. Born on June 6, 1960, in Pierre Park, Louisiana, Troy Landry's roots in the area influenced his decision to feature the Atalaya Swamp in the show. The History Channel series debuted on August 27, 2010, and has captivated audiences for an incredible 15 years. Fans frequently speculate about Troy's choice of the Atalaya Swamp over other areas, with some even suggesting it might be due to family ties or filming regulations. His family has been alligator hunters for 5 generations, which accounts for his unmatched abilities and experience in Troy's home. The hazardous job served as a means of paying the family's expenses, demonstrating that Troy was exposed to the benefits and drawbacks of alligator hunting at a young age. His affectionate moniker as King of the Swamps is not far from the truth. Troy had occasionally gone on alligator hunts and conducted studies and research on the animals of the Iowa River Basin. Troy's parents, Duffy and Myrtle Landry, have appeared on the Swamp People series several times despite being retired. Typically, they offer insight into situations where Troy needs the expertise of another professional to feel nostalgic or familiar with one of their favorite activities. Oh, tease. Working in the family business can be seen as a bonding experience, and it helps that their shared interests can also be profitable ventures. When the Landry family's activities are revealed to viewers, it's evident that they're deeply involved in. While many nature shows feature alligator hunting, Troy Landry's appeal seems to lie in his extensive experience. Unlike hunters who may take greater risks for dramatic effect, Troy's approach is based on years of practice and knowledge. He knows exactly when to engage with the animals and when to back off, ensuring a safe and successful hunt. This familial connection to the trade is both impressive and heartwarming. His well-rounded background, which includes research, hands-on experience, and operating a seafood distribution company, has made him a respected alligator hunter and an inspiration to others in the field. Additionally, the Landry family's efforts to control the number of alligators in the Louisiana River Basin have been admirable, as they have ensured that the animals are not endangered and do not pose a threat to the area. Since the start of his TV career, many people questioned how Troy rose to fame so quickly and why it began as a routine annual activity, but ended up being much more than anticipated. Troy's sons, Jacob and Chase Landry, claim that it was a groundbreaking intervention. In 2010, the family took part in the annual alligator hunting season, which they intended to join in the east and west zones for about 60 days after the alligator hunting season. The Landry family also engages in crawfish fishing, which they do for more than 9 months of the year. Troy said that because it was a family business, he and his sons had been hunting alligators long before the show began. It seemed to be just what the producers needed when they needed to find a group that was both experienced enough to handle the task and strict enough to follow the regulations, guiding the animals. Troy said that the state's wildlife officials recommended him because of his lifelong history with the swamp, and the hundreds of batches are proof of his work. And since working with the show, Troy has reportedly been able to access more revenue and business partnerships in his other areas of expertise. Troy claims that his network is estimated to be worth over $2 million, but he says that the majority of his earnings come from fishing and alligator sales. Notes. Troy had a lot going for him, but something was waiting to take him down beneath his success. He also said that at first, he was very tired of cameras, and he claimed that the gig became one of his miracles after the recession increased the cost of alligator hunting, and the show's production helped him cover the expenses. He also humbly disclosed that the family business would have suffered greatly and made little to no profit for the year if it weren't for the production intervention. Troy's episodes typically include brief commercials and suggestions for his audience to keep the show afloat and build partnerships. Say, me. Even though he isn't on screen as much as he once was, Troy has amassed millions of devoted fans over the years who adore his skills in the tolerable family life his show sets on TV. Most of them are already aware that Troy didn't learn or get into gator hunting, but that he was born and raised. Troy has so far in the 15th season of the show endorsed a number of products and run underhanded businesses, such as cranking crabs, from which he makes an astounding £6 million a year, much to the surprise of others. Given his upbringing in the swamp, it should come as no surprise that Troy Landry is a natural and has extensive knowledge of its animals, prey, and predators. He essentially breathes swamp life into and out of his lungs. Let's go. Troy Landry is a true trailblazer in his field, and it's no wonder why. Thanks to his distinct style and unwavering dedication, he has been able to excel and teach his viewers about the nuances and ethics of hunting. Through his fame and influence, Troy has been able to impart fundamental knowledge about hunting ethics and the do's and don'ts. According to reports, Troy Landry strictly adheres to the state's 30-day legal hunting limit, demonstrating that he takes the anti-hunting stance. What distinguishes Troy from his audience is his dedication to teaching extensively on moral, reserved, and respectful hunting practices while adhering to the guidelines of wildlife environmentalists. His natural enthusiasm for the field shines through in his work as he genuinely enjoys what he does, while acknowledging the financial benefits of the challenging profession. One of Troy's most amazing feats that left fans in awe was catching 82 alligators in a single day. Normally, he catches between 40 and 45 on a good day, so doubling that number left fans in disbelief and amazement. It was truly a thrilling moment for Troy, showcasing his exceptional skill and prowess in action, but with such an extraordinary catch, fans were understandably concerned about Troy suffering injuries, especially during the excessive hunting movement. In spite of the inherent risks of dealing with alligators, Troy only sustained one injury from a gator's teeth during his impressive 82 catch, which was a testament to his experience and expertise in the field. To be honest, gator injuries were the last thing Troy needed to worry about at the time. Something else was about to change in the most tragic way possible. Troy Landry's family life was about to change. Was there something wrong with his family? No, Troy is a family man because he has been so for years prior to the airing of Swamp People. According to reports, Troy is a devoted Christian who has been married to his wife Benita for decades. The two of them have two sons, Chase and Jacob Landry. They were married in 1981 and are currently in half retirement. In addition to his two sons, Troy is also a stepfather to Brandon Landry, whom he views as his son. Without the media's interference, their official relationship would never have been revealed. Benita is a modern gospel musician with hit songs. Songs like I Shall Wear a Crown and Victory Belongs to Jesus are among Benita's notable career accomplishments. She has won stellar awards and received Grammy Award nominations. In addition to her musical career, Benita is a high school teacher who occasionally shows up on the show to show off her gator hunting skills. She is undoubtedly a very busy woman with a variety of skills. In an interview, Troy disclosed that his wife has excellent fashion sense, deserves recognition for all of his public appearances on the red carpet and performances. He said that, despite the fact that it was informal, his wife was a talented fashion enthusiast who loved dressing them to complement each other's appearances while maintaining elegance and class. Troy Landry's home is open to those who are fortunate enough to enjoy his space off camera, and many people report to the public on their exciting yet cozy exhibit. One fan claimed that while he was there, he was treated to holding an actual 11th. A visitor said that the couple was excited to show him what they call their dream home, which was a room with about 14 white-tailed deer heads preserved at their best, and appeared to be in excellent condition. Troy said that they had been living on a trailer for more than 30 years and were thrilled to finally have the home they had long hoped for, which would be made of cypress. According to Bonita, she insisted that every part of the house be made of wood, and Troy was happy that the house could accommodate 2 kitchens as he was a passionate chef who didn't want to be constrained by being extra cautious in his wife's kitchen when they indulged in their own. They were happy that their dream of entertaining their 3 sons and their families and throwing big parties had finally come true, and that they could now spend more time with their kids and grandkids in a roomy setting. Fans won't be surprised because in every episode, the crew seems to be getting closer and closer, and the boundaries between coworkers and friends are blurred and replaced by the rest of the crew, excluding their biological children, and are undoubtedly welcome in Landry's home due to their interconnectedness, friendly banter, and more than casual relationships with one another. One of the reasons the show has such a large viewership is because fans are invested in the crew, who are less than formally but still experts and professionals in their field. One of the show's most cherished interactions is between Troy and Picklewheat, who views Troy as her mentor. The two of them make a very silky. It is safe to say that if the Swamp People's crew were not tolerant and loving of one another, the series would have failed long before the 5th season of the show. Furthermore, their conversations provided comic relief in the otherwise tense activities, making fans and themselves laugh so much that their boat nearly capsized during a friendly banter in one episode. It was a terrifying yet hilarious moment, making it one of the most epic moments on the show. The two also disclosed that occasionally the alligators come out of the water onto the land outside the hunting season to sunbathe and wander around on land. For the average non-expert, these events would have been wild and frightening, but they stated that they don't care about their safety unless the gators start to bother them. What could possibly go wrong in Troy's personal and professional life when everything was going so well? The big health scare over the years has caused some crew members to experience a number of hunting-related accidents, but fortunately nothing too horrible or concerning has caused, and he has been dubbed the swamp's invincible and all-powerful king because of his amazing and seasoned skill as a Nvrixin and seasoned alligator hunter, which likely accounts for the episode or season's prolonged suspense. However, it seems like Troy always has a target on him, and when nature is not working against him, other things happen. After the History Channel gave the go-ahead for a new season, the mega 15th season of Swamp People, something tragic happened that shocked many. There were a lot of rumors about Troy's death at the beginning of the year, and many people tried to find out if they were true or not. Sadly, the news spread fast, and until the family was informed and called to confirm their loss, much to the public's relief and pending apology, Troy was still alive, albeit not in excellent health, because he was going through something. This prompted another urging from the Jacob addressed fans in a video, saying that Troy was getting stronger and better every day following a successful prostate removal surgery. He also revealed that the team was certain to make a comeback in the upcoming season. The public demanded that there be a chance that the family would return for the 15th season of Swamp People. Jacob clarified Troy's devastating diagnosis and revealed that Troy had been diagnosed with prostate cancer and had been receiving treatments. When Troy's son Jacob returned to social media in May to provide an update on his health, he stated that Landry's family had recently gone for lab tests to check if Troy was in the clear and, to everyone's delight, he was on a steady and quick road to recovery. Many Christian fans were sure to remind Troy that he had God by his side and that everything else would work out in the end. Troy's fans also shared their experiences with prostate cancer and offered advice on how to recover more quickly. As fans and the crew suffered heartbreaking and unanticipated losses among the Swamp People's crew, one of the show's first losses occurred in 2012, 3 seasons into the series, when fans received the devastating news that Mitchell Gist, then 48, had died of natural causes. According to incident reports, Mitchell had simply died while working on his boat in the Bell River. There were no complex reasons for his passing. He was alive 1 minute and gone the next. Form of closure, no one to blame, and no one to channel the grief and rage towards. Regretfully, just 2 years later, in 2014, The team made another devastating announcement regarding the death of one of the most adored cast members of the show, Tyler Bruce Mitchell's dog, also known as the Swamp Dog, from congestive heart failure. While he was still alive, the hound was adored by all viewers and protective of all crew members. The moments when Tyler Rose defended them from the alligators gave fans even more affection for him. The cast had been with the Swamp People crew from the first episode to the third and sixth seasons, so for diehard fans of the show, the name Randy Edwards is not unfamiliar, and even though his death was years ago, it still makes them feel sad. Tyler has been cherished by fans, and no dog has been good enough to replace him in the show. One would think that the team had had enough heartaches and losses to last a lifetime, but sadly, it seemed like there was one more loss to be accounted for. Though the fans' response to writing an obituary for Troy because of the false rumor was probably their own way of dealing with his death and attempting to give him a proper farewell. Troy is not unfamiliar as the 35-year-old son of Juniors and Teresa Edwards, who died in a car crash in September 2018. His passing sent fans into a state of mourning and devastation, and even years later, his presence is still missed. Fortunately, Troy has not yet crossed that bridge. Following the announcement of Troy's cancer and his continued recovery, many fans wondered if the 15th season of the show would continue because many cancers are not quickly recovered from and can drastically alter a person's personality and life goals. The possibility that the Swamp People would be one forever immediately sparked a debate. They have been watching the series consistently for more than 10 years and were expecting a new season. But thankfully, it was not real, and Troy is still alive. When the History Channel and other outlets released a trailer for the upcoming season, the anticipated episode was named Cruel Summer, and many fans were eager to see what Troy and his team would make of America's wetland, and whether Jacob Landry could surpass Troy's high record of 82 alligator catches in a single day. Fortunately, the online controversy and battle were resolved when fans argued and predicted the show's demise. Released and millions of viewers sat back in their chairs and enjoyed the show's exciting and amazing swam adventures. Finally, the Landry family profited from the annual 30-day alligator hunting season, which allowed them to concentrate on other aspects of their business. The show's producers later disclosed that there would be a swamp mystery spin-off with Troy and Jacob Landry as the main cast following the premiere and release of the first season. The fans' reaction to the spin-off has been positive, and many look forward to it. In a glimpse into Troy Landry's adventurous life, the values of peace and family unity are the foundation of his success. His adherence to family tradition and business trends in America allowed his family's business to flourish and their lives to be improved. Fruits. The Landry family is known and respected for carrying out what their family has done for generations, alligator hunting. What do you think of Troy Landry's incredible work with alligators in his home life? Believe that overcoming the fatal sickness would cause him to alter his way of life? Please express your opinions in the comments section. Remember to like, share, subscribe, and click the notification button to receive updates when new videos are released.